What is going on, fellas? Today we're going to be doing a realistic rebuild of the Tennessee Titans. And this roster definitely has a lot of potential, a lot of young players that could turn into superstars, but also definitely some areas we need to replace. In the quarterback position, we'll start with very interesting. Obviously, Ryan Tannehill, who had always been kind of a average to below average quarterback in Miami. And, he came to Tennessee. The Titans gave a 6th-round pick for him. And he eventually, took the starting spot from Marcus Mariota, who was kind of struggling. And Ryan Tannehill actually had a very solid year. And Derrick Henry right here, who was by far the best running back in the NFL. Obviously, Nick Chubb, Christian McCaffrey were good, but I think at the end of the day, Derrick Henry was by far the best. And Derrick Henry is an absolute beast right here. Has that superstar X factor. And he's just so good. Has 2 great playoff games against the Ravens and the Patriots, 2 of some of the best defenses in the NFL, so that really showed that Derrick Henry is an absolute beast. A.J. Brown, who is top 3 rookie receiver. I would say the top 3 rookie receivers this past season were A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf, and Terry McLaurin, and I think 4th would be Deontay Johnson, who is a Pittsburgh Steeler, and I'm a huge fan of Deontay Johnson, but anyways, back to the point. A.J. Brown, one of the best rookie receivers that came out of the class. And he was only taking like the mid-second round, so A.J. Brown is an absolute stud. Corey Davis, who was actually a super high pick, he was taken 5th by the Titans, and he hasn't. I want to say he's been solid, but I don't want to say he has lived up to his 5th overall selection. He's been solid, but he hasn't been an absolute superstar so far. But he's definitely an above average receiver, so hopefully he can develop into something right here. Adam Humphries, who they got from Tampa. Right here, still a fairly young player. We're going to keep him around. We got Cameron Bateson right here at wide receiver as well. Still fairly young. We'll have to see how he develops, but, in the coming years, he could get released, but he's fine. He's just a good player for depth right now. We also got Khalif Raymond, who actually had a pretty, decent season. Had a big touchdown against Baltimore in that playoff game. And, he's definitely young. He's decent. Maybe he can develop into something. But right now, probably not going to see as many snaps. And last but not least, we got Cody Hollister at receiver. And now looking at this O-line, it's definitely been one of the better ones in the league over the past few years for sure. But they're, definitely a lot of these guys are starting to age. Taylor Lewan's been one of the better tackles in the NFL. And of course, he is, 28. So we'll see how he starts to regress. But like I said, one of the better O-lines. Roger Saffold is one of the better guards. He's starting to age as well. Right here, 31 years old, still a star dev, but he's going to start to regress. And, I got to mention, too, right tackle, of course, Jack Conklin was a ginormous loss for this O-line. Of course, he went to Cleveland on a pretty, decent deal. Of course, Cleveland had a lot of issues with tackle. And they did lose Greg Robinson, who actually got arrested for, like, a ton of marijuana that was found. So, definitely an odd situation, but Jack Conklin's a huge loss. So they got Dennis Kelly right here at right tackle. But Ben Jones, center, been solid too, but again, aging as well. 30 years old, is only at normal development. Right here, Nate Davis is interesting. Hopefully we can build him into something because he's a very young player. Only a rookie right here. So hopefully he's probably going to be the one mainstay here. Dennis Kelly has definitely got to go right here. Yeah, only at normal development, 64 overall. And right here, tight end Jonnu Smith, who has become one of the better tight ends in the league for sure. Jonnu Smith had an absolutely insane catch against Baltimore in that playoff game as well. And Jonnu Smith is a baller, star development, and hopefully he can become one of the better tight ends. But definitely love Jonnu Smith there at tight end. And defense, they have suffered some big losses. Of course, Jarrell Casey went to Denver right here. Right here, Jeffrey Simmons, who very interesting here at left end, does have hidden development and was, taken pretty late in the first round of last year's draft, but I think this guy is definitely a beast right here. Jeffrey Simmons at left end. Adoree Jackson right here, who was one of the best corners a couple years ago out of the draft. 84 star development. He's all right. We got Malcolm Butler, of course, Logan Ryan, who is currently a free agent. So we don't have him anymore. Malcolm Butler right here, I definitely want to get rid of. He had like one fairly good season with New England, which it then included, of course, him having that ginormous interception, but at the goal line against Seattle. But, we definitely need to replace that cornerback spot. Kevin Byard is one of the best safeties in the league for sure right here, 91 overall. superstar development. Hopefully, we can get up to superstar X Factor after the season, but Kevin Byard is one of the best free safeties in the league. Kenny Vaccaro right here, who, has had an alright career in the NFL. He's kind of bounced around a little bit, but he is 28, so regression will start to hit. He was decent for the Titans, I would say, but Vaccaro, of course, was a pretty high pick, and he's been all right. Vic Beasley, who had one great season with Atlanta, fell off a little bit, but yeah, only at normal development, 74 overall. Right here, we got Jayon Brown, who I like here at middle linebacker, still fairly young, only at normal development. Let's see if he can get up to star, maybe. We got Rashaan Evans, who was selected in the first round a couple years ago. I think it was 2018, if I have the right year. Yeah, 2018. First round pick by the Tennessee Titans. I actually wanted the Steelers to pick him in the draft, but he did not follow us. That's the year we picked Terrell Edmunds, and Terrell Edmunds he's been all right. But yeah, definitely like Rashaan Evans here out of Alabama, and Harold Landry, the third right here out of BC, right outside linebacker, has been pretty solid so far in his career. Started development 80 overall, so everything's looking good. So definitely a ton of potential, I would say, on this team. Definitely the O-line, we're gonna see how they start to regress, but definitely a ton of good players. I think this O-line is definitely the biggest thing, because of course they have been one of the better O-lines, but they will start to regress. Besides that, though, obviously right end too, we're gonna have to get figured out. And defensive tackle, actually forgot about right here. We got Daquan Jones, who, we're gonna start this year, and he could even start next year, but after that, probably gonna have to see if we can, get younger at that position. But there is a lot, for the most part, there's definitely a lot of good young players we got on this defense. Of course, we got to replace some guys, but yeah, I probably, will I make a trade? I don't know. If I do, I'm going to think about it, and I will catch you guys if I do. But if not, I will catch you guys at the midseason point. So at the midseason point, we are sitting at a 4-4 record. So, not terrible at all. But, right here, we are currently second in the division behind the Indianapolis Colts. So, it's definitely still a good shot to win this division for sure. And you already know what I got to do. I got to upgrade everybody, and then we're going to try to re-sign who we can. And, of course, we're going to have to let some guys go. And, yeah, let's see. Ryan Tannehill. I definitely see right here. I do want to bring back, because even he would still serve as a solid backup. I mean, I'm not going to pay him I might go quarterback in the draft. I really don't know what I'm going to do. I could go quarterback. I could go O-line. Like, there's a lot. We could even just franchise tag Ryan Tannehill. We'll give him this. Alright, so he likes nothing about it. Ben Jones. I want to bring him back because, like, a lot of these guys, like, if I can't get a good center, it's good to have somebody who's been decent for a while back. And Ben Jones, so we're going to have to try to bring him back. And I really don't need anybody else here, so that's good. I didn't really have to bring back too many big players. Maybe, you know what, I'm going to try to bring back Raymond and Bateson right here. But other than that, I think we are going to just settle with, what we've done. Alright, so rest of the offer needs work. Cameron Bateson doesn't really need anything, kind of cheap. Same deal about as Khalif Raymond. And so Cameron Bateson, the only one we bring back right here. And other than that, that's about it. But yeah, I will catch you guys at the end of the season. Hopefully we can make the playoffs. That would actually be huge in our first year. So yeah, I'll catch you guys there. So we've made it to the end of the regular season, and we end up finishing third in the division with a pretty mediocre 6-10 record, and the Colts end up winning the division with a 9-6-1 record. So definitely this division for sure was probably one of the weaker ones in football. But yeah, anyways, looking at the stats, Ryan Tannehill looks like he came dead last in passing yards for starting quarterbacks. Came just short of 3,000, 24 TDs and 11 picks, so really nothing great. Let's see, Derrick Henry right here had a pretty solid year for us, 970 yards, 7 rushing TDs. And receiving-wise, let's see, Adam Humphries had a big year for us, 70 receptions, 1,021 yards, 9 TDs, so very good there. A.J. Brown had a very good rookie season, 78 receptions, 956 yards, and 5 TDs. Jonnu Smith had a big season as tight end number 1 for us with 76 receptions, 801 yards, and 4 TDs. And Corey Davis had a big year. Looks like this probably led us in receptions. 81 receptions, 764 yards, and 5 TDs right there. So very good. Of course, Derrick Henry also added 23. And Anthony Fricks for the tight end number 2 right here added 10 receptions, 110 yards, and 2 TDs. So a lot of solid production from our receivers. Jayon Brown led us in tackles with 111, had a sack, 7 tackles for loss, plus a pick. So, you know, a very solid year by him at middle linebacker. Malcolm Butler, Adoree Jackson came second and third in total tackles. Actually, their stats look very, very similar. Malcolm Butler, 75 solo tackles, 23 assisted. Adoree Jackson, 73 solo, 25 assisted. And, yep, each had 1 pick. So, very, very similar. Rashaan Evans had a lot of tackles, 82 tackles, 3.5 sacks, and 8 tackles for loss, plus a pick. So, solid year for him. Kenny Vaccaro, 78 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and a pick as well. So, a lot of guys just coming in with 1 pick. Kevin Byard, of course, adds another pick, 77 total tackles, and 2 total sacks. So, pretty solid year for him. Harold Landry, 9 sacks. I'm going to guess that probably led us in... He probably led us in sacks with 9. Let's see, 69 total tackles, 8 tackles for loss. So, again, pretty solid season. Vic Beasley right here added 3. Jeffrey Simmons added 4.5 plus 54 tackles, 11 tackles for loss. And Daquan Jones added 14 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks. So, very solid season by some of these guys for sure. And awards, very interested to see if anybody on our team won an award. MVP, I doubt it. But, yeah, nobody won. And... let's see, AFC. We get any offensive player of the years for us? Looks like we don't. Defensive player of the years, anybody? Anybody? Maybe. Maybe. Nope. Offensive rookie of the year. It looks like we got AJ Brown coming at number 7, so pretty solid season. Defensive rookie of the year. Devin Bush, the Pittsburgh Steeler, comes in at first, which I thought was going to happen in real life, but they gave it to Nick Bosa. Jeffrey Simmons came in 4th, so very, very awesome there. Let's see. Gonna just, you know, go probably QB, running back, wide receiver. Want to see if anybody. Best QB. Let's see. Anybody. Nope. I mean, why would I expect it was Ryan Tannehill? Best running back. I wonder if Derrick Henry's on here. He might be. Yep, number 9 right here. Derrick Henry, best running back. And best wide receiver. We got anybody? Adam Humphries coming in at 4. So, you know, definitely a lot of guys had solid seasons for sure. Offensively, we ranked 15th, so very, very average, you know, in terms of that. And 29th, so very below average. So looks like the defense we're going to have to fix a little bit. And, yeah, there's a lot of ways we could go in the draft. And I could even maybe trade up to get a first-round pick. But I think the direction we're going to head is quarterback. We really do need a new quarterback, I would say. Ryan Tannehill did not have a great year for us. So we're going to have to do that in the draft probably. Plus, you know, going to make some moves in free agency. But... yeah, I will catch you guys at the re-signing point. So we have made it to the re-signing point, and Ryan Tannehill, especially after this last year, we are not going to bring him back. We're not going to waste any money on him. Ben Jones, probably for center, you know, obviously depth. I can already see he's kind of started to regress a little bit, but definitely want to bring him back. And if we can't, then we can always just franchise tag him. We'll give him 15.6. He's been a solid player for us. And, yep, Ben Jones is back. Anthony Ferkser, we can let walk. And Khalif Raymond, I think I want to bring back. So, alright, he liked the contract length, but that was it. So, we could give him a little more money. Currently at 70 overall, 2 years, 9.3 million for him. And Khalif Raymond is back. So, yeah, going to simulate to next week. Going to make some moves in free agency. And, yeah, we'll catch you guys there. First offer we're going to make of free agency is to Levi Wallace, who is currently a cornerback with the Buffalo Bills. And Levi Wallace is a super underrated corner. And, yeah, definitely a solid corner. So we're going to bring him in there. He currently has no bids, so we can give him, you know, a lot less money. Don't have to overpay. And I don't think there's really anybody else here. Of course, like, strong safety. Really, I mean, just a lot of, like, aging guys for sure. So, really not interested. Wide receiver, maybe, like, Robbie Anderson. Maybe we could give him on a cheap deal. Demarcus Robinson, like, there's definitely a few guys we could bring in. Of course, I do like our 2 wide receivers, but I think we could add a third for sure. And O-line, usually O-line is not very good, I feel like, in, this free agency, especially the first year. Like, there's really nothing here. So, probably can start drafting some of that in free agency. But, other than this, gonna sim to next week. Hopefully we can land Levi Wallace. And, yep, Levi Wallace is now a Tennessee Titan. He will replace Malcolm Butler. And, so yeah, quarterback for sure is a definite need. Also, right end, there was not really a lot of great right ends that I particularly wanted. So, yeah, of course, left outside linebacker, strong safety. Like, there's a lot of places we could go, but I think quarterback is like the #1 need, and we definitely, with this, I think we just address cornerbacks. So we don't have to worry about that much anymore. And yeah, so that's probably the only thing I'm doing for agency this year. And yeah, I will catch you guys at the draft. Alright, folks, so we made it to the draft, and definitely going to go with the quarterback. All of the quarterbacks looks like are still on the board. Of course, Joe Burrow, who's going to be undoubtedly the #1 pick, looks like he is still on the board, which is interesting. Of course, the 2 guys I definitely want are either Joe Burrow or Jordan Love, but I think in this case, we're just going to have to go with Joe Burrow right here. A+ throw power, A throw accuracy, and A- awareness. So looks like we're going to take Joe Burrow right here, who is a 79 overall, and he is a 2nd-ranked player. Of course, a lot of people think Chase Young, or no, like Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is definitely the 2nd best player. Chase Young is the best player, but in terms of need, that's why Joe Burrow is projected #1, because the Bengals need him and don't as much need, Chase Young. So that's why Chase Young is probably not going to be the first pick. But yeah, we do land Joe Burrow, 79 overall, hidden development right here. And yeah, definitely a good pick by us. I think I'm going to try to trade up and get another pick, because unless we don't have one, I'm going to try and trade up, because I think definitely another one would be huge for us. But yeah, I will catch you guys if I make a trade. So with our 2nd-round pick right here, we're going to be taking Julian Okwara. Our need is at left outside linebacker. I think we need to replace Vic Beasley. And we can certainly, shift him over to left outside linebacker. And A- power moves, B+ pursuit, B+ tackle. So definitely a solid player we're getting right here. So we're going to take Julian Okwara right here, 74 overall, ranked 24. And he does have hidden development. Right here with our 3rd-round pick, we will be taking left end Nick Coe right here, who is a 67 overall, ranked 123, and didn't really scout a ton of left ends, but I realized I needed one. And yeah, so 67 overall, he's probably gonna just slide in there, play day 1. But yeah, alright pick there for sure. So right here, we are just going to be drafting for depth right here. So we're going to take right guard Thayer Munford here out of Ohio State. A B+ impact block, B+ lead block, and B pass block. This is also the last pick I will be doing of this draft. And 65 overall right here. Ranked 184 in the class. And yeah, like I said, that will be the last pick I'm doing. I will catch you guys at the preseason. So this is post-draft right here. So Joe Burrow obviously was a huge get for us. The O-line we didn't really focus on too much, and we're probably next year will be the year. I think that we're gonna probably scout a lot more O-line. Of course, Nate Davis developed a little bit. Dennis Kelly really hasn't done much, hasn't really moved. Ben Jones regressed. Saffold regressed a little bit, and Taylor Lewan regressed. Or no, actually, wait, Taylor Lewan's exactly the same. My bad, but. Yeah, O-line, some of these positions will definitely have to be filled, And defensively, we definitely made some good moves. We got Okwara starting now. Strong safety, we didn't really, touch that much. That's also something we could try to do. Of course, there's free agency, too. We got a lot of cap room, so we could sign a couple people. And, yeah, Levi Wallace is a big get for us in free agency for sure. So, yeah. Unless I don't do anything in free agency, I will catch you guys at the mid-season point. So at the mid-season mark, we are currently first in the division at a 6-1 record, and this is actually a little better than I expected. I thought, we'd be decent maybe, but did not expect to only have 1 loss and be leading the division. So that's very, very good. We're headed in the right direction. And, of course, just got to upgrade everybody. We got a huge game against the Texans coming up. So I guess whoever wins that game will be in first place, most likely. I mean, if the Texans win, they'll probably take over first place. Let's see, Adoree Jackson, already saw right there we got to negotiate. So Adoree Jackson, I definitely want back right here, 87 overall. And yep, Adoree Jackson is back. Corey Davis right here. Good thing we're not in, like, you know, cap hell right now, so we don't have to worry about, like, overpaying too much. Corey Davis wants a little more. I mean, I don't know. I thought that deal was pretty good for 3 years, but, you know, I mean, he's been solid for us. I'm not going to lie. 5 years, $41 million for Jayon Brown, and he is back. Jonnu Smith right here. 4 years, $20 million. That's a very good contract, and, yeah, he accepts, so that's awesome. Daquan Jones, can I get him on the cheap? 1 year. All right, 1 year, $4 million for Daquan Jones. More money. Vic Beasley is not coming back. Dennis Kelly's not coming back, so looks like he's at right tackle right now, so that's definitely going to be big. I really don't need any of the other guys back. So, you know, outside of, I believe it was Corey Davis, looks like we got everybody back we wanted to. And we're doing pretty well so far. So, yeah, I will catch you guys at the end of the regular season. So we've made it to the end of the regular season. It looks like we do have a playoff game against the Kansas City Chiefs. So we did make the wild card, which is awesome right here. We are at 11-5, so we have a much better record than the Chiefs. But it looks like the AFC West was probably very weak because the Chiefs would have had to have won the division to be hosting this game. And looks like the Texans won the tiebreaker against us to win the division. So, I mean, great that we, you know, definitely a good season. Definitely, you know, we're trending in the right direction. Would have been nice to win the division, but, you know, definitely, like I said, trending in the right direction. Let's see. Joe Burrow had a pretty crazy year. 4,327 passing yards, 38 touchdowns, 15 picks. Rushing wise, Derrick Henry got over 1,000. 1,062 rushing yards, 8 TDs right there. Sean Wilson added 3 TDs as well. Receiving, Adam Humphries had another big year, over 1,000 yards, 76 receptions, and 12 TDs, so another monster year for him. A.J. Brown, 84 for 957, 9 TDs, so he also had a monster year. Jonnu Smith, another great year, 79 receptions, 858 yards, and 5 TDs. Derrick Henry also added 39 receptions, 475 yards, and 1 TD. Corey Davis had, you know, kind of a down year, 50 receptions, 407 yards, 3 TDs. So, you know, pretty decent. And, of course, Gerald Adams had 5 TDs. So, found the end zone a lot on very limited targets. But, yeah, 22 receptions, 281 yards. And Khalif Raymond right here, 24 receptions, 203 yards, and 3 TDs. So, very solid year. Defensively, you know, Kenny Vaccaro led us in tackles, 99, 1 sack, 3 picks. Rashaan Evans, 2 picks, 99 tackles. So actually they tied for total tackles. Rashaan Evans had 11 tackles for loss. Levi Wallace, 83 tackles, 1 pick. Jayon Brown right here, 3 sacks, 2 picks, 8 tackles for loss, 81 tackles. Kevin Byard, 81 total tackles, 4 tackles for loss, and a pick. Malcolm Butler, 79 total tackles, 6 tackles for loss, no picks. Adoree Jackson had a pick, 71 tackles, 4 tackles for loss. Let's see, any big sack numbers? Okwara had 4.5 right here, 64 total tackles, 8 tackles for loss. Harold Landry, the third, 6 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks. Jeffrey Simmons, 4 sacks right here, 12 tackles for loss. Daquan Jones, 5 sacks as well to go along, 13 tackles for loss, and 43 total tackles. And so, yeah, it's not like one person just got a ton of sacks. It was like, you know, a collective effort for sure. Finished 8th in total offensive yards, and defensively, we finished 21st. So, you know, very, very good offensively. Defense, you know, a little below average, but still, you know, we're solid, got the job done. And, of course, you know, we got to look at awards. Yearly awards. Before this, I did not know how to check like offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year. I finally found it. And Joe Burrow, it looks like Jake Fromm, the rookie, won MVP for the Saints. Any Tennessee Titans? Joe Burrow finished in 10th, which is last on here for MVP voting, which is awesome. Let's see, AFC, offensive player of the year. Meant to go to offensive player of the year. Joe Burrow, maybe he's on here. Yep, 10th here as well. Defensive Player of the Year. Any Tennessee Titans. Yep, we got Rashawn Evans. So a lot of our players came in 10th in these awards. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Joe Burrow is the runner-up to Tua Tagovailoa, who we could have taken, but I'm still, happy with Joe Burrow. And I mean, we came up with a better record anyways, so yep. And let's see, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Julian Okwara came in 2nd, so these guys' development traits are about to, skyrocket. Best QB, I'm sure Burrow, number 3 on here. Best running back, Henry on here somewhere. Number 5, so that's solid. And wide receiver, do we got anybody? Adam Humphries, once again, finishing in 4th, and we got A.J. Brown in 10th as well. So, a lot of solid production from a lot of guys. And, yeah, so we are going to, well, of course, I got to upgrade everybody first and foremost. Got to do that. And, yeah, then we're going to just simulate this playoff game, and hopefully we can win. I think we are the better team. Got to go into a tough place like Arrowhead, but the Titans have won there before. And we take a pretty big L right there, 28-13. Was not expecting that. Gonna upgrade everybody from this game. And yeah, so this is going to end a pretty solid season, Of course, trending in the right direction. We made the playoffs. Last year we didn't, so that's good. Definitely I think we gotta rebuild the O-line. Strong safety. I know Kenny Vaccaro, I should say, had a good year, but he's kind of getting up there in age a little bit, and we got to start thinking about replacing that position. So, yeah. Anyways, I will catch you guys at the re-signing point. Only thing we got to really worry about is Corey Davis, and if we can't get him, we can just franchise tag him, which I'm completely fine with doing. And, yeah, I will catch you guys there. So we are now in the offseason. Corey Davis right here, and actually Daquan Jones I do want to bring back. I kind of forgot about him. He's been pretty solid. Even if we draft a new defensive tackle, he's a very solid depth player. So, that's 3 years. I'll give him a little more of a bonus. Obviously, had a down year, but, hopefully, yep, offer is perfect. Can't wait till next year. Let's go. Corey Davis is back. And Daquan Jones, like the contract length, that was it. He is definitely, I would say, worth a little more money. So, of course, I had a lot of titles for loss. So, 1 year, $5.83 million, and we can franchise tag him. So he is back, so I don't gotta worry about that. The rest of these guys can walk. And, yeah, the rest of these guys can walk. And, yep, I'm gonna simulate now to next week, and we'll see what we can find in free agency. I mean, we can definitely add, like, another good wide receiver. Of course, we got 3 good ones already. $28 million in cap space right here. Corners, obviously, are good. I mean, Lattimore, of course, is interesting. Strong safety, Keanu Neal. I want to make sure. I got Keanu Neal in my rebuild. I believe it was with the Jets, or I think it was the Dolphins. Let's see. So, 2 good ones that are very interesting. Jabril Peppers and Keanu Neal. I think we said we got Keanu Neal, but I don't know. We'll switch things up. We'll go for Jabril Peppers. We don't need both. 5 years, $47 million. Where do we end up? Alright, so we can definitely give him a little more money for sure. 5 years, $50.5 million. So, strong safety. And, of course, other than that, wide receiver. Ooh, Zay Jones is a little interesting. Kendrick Bourne, John Ross, Trent Taylor right here. Like, of course, Albert Wilson might regress, so probably not him. Rashard Higgins is interesting. Like, a lot. Like, we don't need, like, a lot of these guys are for depth. Like, Tajay Sharp, the former Tennessee Titan right here. Yeah, like, we can just get some of these guys for depth, probably. You know what? Kendrick Bourne's been pretty solid recently. How many? I'm guessing he probably has no bids on him, so we can probably bring the price down to, like, a 1 year, $7 million deal. And lastly, the thing I just want to check on is O-line. Left tackle. Trent Williams, that's interesting. Villanueva, a lot of these guys are, like, all kind of up there in age a little bit. Left guard. Yeah, usually not that great here. Like, right tackle. Nah, no. I feel like a lot of the O-line is probably the hardest thing to find in free agency, so. I mean, Trent Williams is such a high overall that I do ponder the idea of it a little bit. You know what? 1 year deal, why not? Why not? 1 year deal. 1 year like a rental, basically. Trent Williams right here. 2 years, 24 million. Actually, are we really out of salary cap room? Wow. Did not expect that. Honestly, I can just wait till the draft. Let's send the next week. Let's see if we get blessed. So, Jabril Peppers is accepting, and of course, still gotta wait on Kendrick Bourne. That is huge. Jabril Peppers, a good, young, strong safety right here. Play alongside Kevin Byard for the next few years. And defense looking more and more solid right here. And yeah, so really now O-line, and we're gonna see about Kendrick Bourne. You know, not anything huge. Like right tackle right here is probably gonna be my first pick, because we really don't want a 40 starting at right tackle. So you know, that's interesting. But yeah, we're gonna see now. We're gonna see. Did we get Kendrick Bourne? Did we land the man Kendrick Bourne? And Kendrick Bourne, welcome to the squad. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna do right here in free agency. You can upgrade everybody. Kendrick Bourne right here. Maybe get him to an 80. And yeah, so gonna simulate to the draft now, and most likely take right tackle with our first pick. And yeah, I'll catch you guys there. Right here with our first overall pick, which is 24th in this year's draft, we're going to be taking right tackle Chester Abraham right here. B+ run block, B+ run block finesse, and B pass block right here. Also, a little fun fact, came second in the bench press amongst right tackles. So let's see right here. 71 overall, not terrible. Hidden development right here. Ranked number 20 in the class, so not a terrible pick. He's definitely going to start from day one. Yeah, I'll catch you guys at our next pick. Right here with our second round pick, we're going to be taking right guard Keenan Coles right here. Projected talent is a late mid first rounder. Projected late fourth rounder. B+ lead block, B+ pass block, and B+ pass power block. And he is probably going to start over Roger Saffold, because of course he started to regress and gonna, you know, try to get younger at that position. So let's see. 72 overall, hidden development, ranked number 14. This could be a steal right here. Ranked 14 in true talent, and we drafted him at 56. So that could easily be a steal right there. And yeah, I'll catch you at our next pick. Right here with our selection, we're going to be taking another right tackle. And it's interesting finding a first round talent still available, but we're going to be taking Bo Schillinger, B+ lead block. I got to pick this guy. Holy crap. 71 overall, ranked 17. We drafted him at 88, so that could be another steal right there. Very interesting. And I'm probably going to do one more pick in this draft, and then, you know, probably just simulate the rest of it. Usually I do the first few rounds, and then I will simulate it. Let's see, round 4, most likely just going to have to get some position for depth, but definitely got some younger guys now on the O-line. You know, just for this, I don't need to be specific. I'm probably just going to go to scouted. Probably pick at random. I mean, we don't really have that many people we scouted. Of course, strong safety, we could, honestly don't care at this point. Strong safety, it's like 60 overall. Like, that's a terrible pick right there at whatever pick we were at. But really, it's just for depth. He's probably never going to start. But yeah, I'm going to advance to the end of the draft now and catch you guys at the preseason. So here's the squad rolling in for year number 3 of the rebuild. And all our weapons on the offense are looking very, very good. Of course, our O-line, Taylor Lewan, we still got there, has not regressed at all. Really, so, you know, of course, Roger Saffold, we are replacing him right here with Keenan Coles. Right here, hopefully he can develop, has hidden dev. Ben Jones, we still have there at center. And I guess we're probably just going to keep like that for another year. Nate Davis, who's progressed to a 76 overall right here at right guard. And right tackle, we got Bo Schillinger right here. So, you know, definitely, hopefully some of these guys can improve. And left tackle and center will probably be a focus in the coming years. And, of course, Jonnu Smith really didn't do much else right here. Like, there is nothing else. Defense across the board, for the most part, looking pretty solid right here. So, Jabril Peppers, of course, was a big move. So, yeah, I will catch you guys. Not going to do anything. Really don't need to do anything. And, yeah, I will catch you guys at the mid-season point. right here at the midseason mark, we are sitting at 5-2, and we are first in the division. Outside of us, our division looks pretty weak for the most part. Nobody besides us is over 500 right here. Of course, you know, got to upgrade everybody. That's the first most important thing right here. And yeah, interested to see what our overall team is now. So we are now 85 overall, 87 offense, 84 defense. Derrick Henry, we got to negotiate right here. And of course, in real life, they put the franchise tag on him. Look at the kicker we have. Never seen really, but like, he's one of the auto-generated guys. Derrick Henry right here. Going to start with our base offer. 4 years, 32 million. He's probably going to want more. And no, this is interesting. He's going to accept that. I thought he would ask for a lot more money. Harold Landry right here. 4 years. Like, we're paying more for Harold Landry than Derrick Henry. And he resigns. Rashaan Evans, I want back, of course. 5 years, 41 million. Great deal. I love it. Levi Wallace. Definitely want to bring for a couple more years. 3 years. I love that deal. And he wants a little more money, and I mean, that's fine. Gotta think about our salary cap situation. I just said calorie sap. But yeah, salary cap, we gotta think about that. Kendrick Bourne, who for some reason is number 3. And Kendrick Bourne wants more money. Daquan Jones right here. And then we got another Jones coming up, Ben Jones. He's probably gonna want like more money. 1 year, 5 million, and he is back. Maybe, I think probably I want to bring back Ben Jones on another one. 1 year, 4.79 million. We can just franchise tag him. And no, he decides to resign anyways. And Khalif Raymond, the only guy I really want back. I still am holding out hope for Khalif Raymond. Obviously, doesn't get a ton of snaps, but yeah, Khalif Raymond is back. He's like that one, you know, good chemistry guy I want to bring back. And yeah, besides that, everything is looking up, and we definitely control our destiny at this point, but we could win the division. And yeah, we'll catch you guys at the end of the regular season. Hopefully, we can make the playoffs from the division. So the regular season has come to an end, and we end up winning the AFC South, and it was actually a lot closer than I would have thought. We ended up winning by a game, it looks like, over the Indianapolis Colts, and the Jags and the Texans ended up finishing 3rd and 4th with a 7-9 record. So this division is a lot closer than I thought it would be. You know, especially at the midseason point, it looks like we could run away with the division, but yeah, it's just a lot closer and one of the weaker ones for sure. And gonna upgrade everybody before. And looks like Joe Burrow, just, you know, by the eye, will make it up to a 90 overall. And yeah, we're taking on the Baltimore Ravens. This is a home game, so hopefully we can, you know, send our fans home happy. Probably going to be our only home playoff game. And we end up getting the W. So again, farthest we've been. So really every year we've just gone farther and farther. And we're going to a tough environment in Denver, Colorado. And one thing I forgot to do actually beforehand was check. Looks like we won, and we are on to the AFC Championship game right here. Yes, the New England Patriots. We actually are hosting this one, which is interesting. But like I was saying, one thing I didn't do was I did not check the stats from this year. I'm going to do that after. But yeah, I'm going to sim the AFC Championship game. I'm actually going to go into the game and simulate it, and I will catch you guys in the game. So right here in the AFC Championship right here, we get on the board first. Patriots take a 7-3 lead, and scores stayed pretty stagnant, and the Patriots end up going 14-3. And we really have not been able to do anything on offense, and the Patriots looks like they're probably going to run away with this game. And yeah, we're able to score a touchdown, and wow, it was a very depressing AFC Championship game, especially in front of our home fans. Very rough game right here. Let's see. So Andrew Luck. Wow, that's very realistic. He's still in the league, but no. Joe Burrow, 253, 287 for Andrew Luck. Pretty disappointing losing the AFC Championship at home, especially to the New England Patriots. Let's see. Sony Michel, 101 yards, 1 TD. Derrick Henry, 67 rushing yards, right there. Receiving, Jacoby Myers had a big game. That's very uncharacteristic of him. 105 receiving yards, 2 TDs. Adam Humphries had a big game. Cole Kmet had a big game for New England. Jonnu Smith had a solid game for us. A.J. Brown. So, really disappointing just overall. But, you know, we're right on the doorstep of making a Super Bowl for sure. And we're heading into year number 4. So, future for sure is bright. And one thing I forgot to do was I forgot to check the stats like I said. So, we're going to do that. Very interested to see how the boys did. Let's see. So, now our team's at an 86 overall. So, that's awesome. Stats. Let's see. Joe Burrow had another big year for us. 4,436 yards. Passing. 32 TDs. 11 picks. Rushing, Derrick Henry went over 1,000 again. 9 TDs. So, that's awesome. Joe Burrow actually rushed a lot of times. Had 1 TD along with that. Receiving. Adam Humphries had another monster year. 93 receptions, 1,444 yards. That's absolutely nuts for a slot receiver. A.J. Brown, another big year. 85 receptions, 1,779 yards, and 6 TDs. Jonnu Smith, 77 for 808, 4 TDs. So another solid year for him. Corey Davis, 52 receptions, 482 yards, and 3 TDs right there. Defense. Let's see. Jayon Brown the last few years has led us in tackles. Had 125, absolutely went off. 10 tackles for loss, 3 sacks. Rashaan Evans had a lot of sacks, 6 sacks right there in total. 13 tackles for loss, 91 tackles. Levi Wallace, 87 tackles right there, no picks. Dory Jackson had a pick, 85 tackles. Kevin Byard, 83 tackles and no picks. Jabril Peppers, no picks, 2 tackles for loss, 78 total tackles. Harold Landry had a lot of sacks, 8 sacks. 3 tackles for loss, 64 total tackles. Julian Okwara had the same amount of sacks. Harold Landry finished with 8. 9 tackles for loss right there. 63 total tackles. So, do make a nice duo right here, right outside linebacker. And Okwara, of course, at left outside linebacker. Harold Landry's at left outside linebacker. Okwara's at right outside linebacker. So, makes a nice duo right there. Malcolm Butler had 2 picks, 62 tackles. Jeffrey Simmons had 7 sacks. So, very, collective effort. A lot of solid performances from a lot of guys. Daquan Jones, 4 sacks. And Nick Coe had 5 sacks. So, all in all, pretty solid year. Statistically, 8th in offense, which is what we finished last time. We finished in 8th place last time. And 12th in defense. So, that's a huge improvement. Our defense was, above average defense, I would say. And, I got to check the yearly awards first. Let's see. Did our guys win anything? Any Titans on here? No, I thought I would see someone at like number 10 or something. Alright, AFC Offensive Player of the Year. Adam Humphries, I'd be surprised if he wasn't on here. And I'm surprised. Oh, no, wait. Joe Burrow's. Alright, Joe Burrow's at 8. But I'm surprised Adam Humphries is not on here. Defensive Player of the Year. CJ Mosley wins it. We got Rashaan Evans and Jayon Brown right here. 2 Titans back-to-back. Evans at 6 and Brown at 7. Offensive Rookie of the Year. We didn't draft anybody on offense except Isaiah Lester right here. Came in 4th and Offensive Rookie of the Year voting. Defensive Rookie of the Year, let's see. Alright, Preston Harris. So another guy, those were guys we just auto-drafted because I just was drafting O-line and I stopped. So those were just auto-drafted guys. So we really got lucky there. Best QB, I'm sure Burrow has to be on here somewhere. Number 6 right here. Andrew Luck comes in first. Best running back, Henry, finishes at number 7. And best wide receiver, Humphries, finishes in first. He finished in 4th both times, but he finishes in first. So that is awesome for him. And we got nobody else. Surprised I didn't see A.J. Brown on here. But, very, very solid year for sure. And, yeah, we are going to simulate to the offseason. I'll catch you guys there. So we are at the re-signing point. Levi Wallace wanted a little more money, and we'll give him that. 3 years, $22.4 million right here. And Levi Wallace is back. And Kendrick Bourne right here. I believe he also wanted more money. I'm not going to check. 3 years, $22.2 million for Kendrick Bourne. He is back, and I believe that was it, except probably going to bring back Isaiah Mack right here on a cheap contract. And yeah, he is back, so no problem re-signing anybody. Obviously, we do have some rooms to release some guys. I know, because I think our salary cap room is pretty thin. I have to check. Yeah, 11 million, so nothing crazy. Ooh, Quentin Nelson right here, dude. Left guard on here. I don't know, man. That's so intriguing. A 99 overall left guard. Let's see. So at left guard, currently we do have. I mean, we don't need him. We have Keenan Coles who's developing, but that's just so hard. Of course, right guard. We could move him to right guard. We could put him at right guard actually. You know what? We'll offer him. This is gonna be tough to pull off though. I mean, we can give him more money over a certain amount of years. 4 years, 47 million. Like, let's see. All right, so we'll put it right up to like 4 years, 50 million. Wait, we have 11 million. Wouldn't that be enough? Wait. Oh, you know what? I gotta think about it from. Alright, so I have to be like at like the 40s. Alright, I should have enough room for this, but yeah, that's gonna be really tough to pull off. Like 5 years. Alright, so we can bring it up to 55. Like, we're really coming close. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna land them. Yeah, that's not happening. I guess while we're at it, yeah, I mean, Connor Williams we could bring in, like, oh, that's tough. That's tough, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I guess we don't need a ton here, of course. Halfback, we could. I mean, Derrick Henry's kind of getting up there. I guess Jordan Howard could be good. Duke Johnson, I mean, they're all just like replacements because Derrick Henry 28 at some point will start to regress. Kenyon Drake right here, I mean, I like that. I think Rashad Penny makes the most sense here. So we'll give him an offer. Really, we don't have. Oh, you know what? That's because we offered. We just have to withdraw our offer from Quentin Nelson. So, yeah. Alright, so yeah. Now we can go and get a running back because, yeah, there's no way we're going to be able to get him. So, Rashad Penny right here. 3 years, 15.5 million. Right there. And that's probably the only thing I'm going to do. Probably just going to draft a couple more positions on the O-line because this draft is actually very good for O-linemen. So, you know, I don't think we'll have a problem finding one. And, yeah, we're just going to see him next week. Hopefully, you know, he accepts. And, alright, so Rashad Penny is a Tennessee Titan. And I just want to make sure, I mean, we're not going to have any room anyway, especially with the signing. But if I went to the wrong spot. But if Quinn Nelson is still on there, that would be nuts. Like, nah, he left. Yeah, I figured that. But yeah, that's probably all we're gonna do in free agency. I'll catch you guys at the draft. All right, so I know I said I was gonna take some O-line, but you know, I didn't want to pass up on William Drew right end. I thought we needed it. You know, somebody alongside Jeffrey Simmons, and we haven't really developed that well at I think it was a left end position. So we'll probably move William Drew over to the left end. And 73 overall, hidden development, ranked number 22. So I do like this pick, and he probably will start. So yeah, we'll catch you guys at our second pick. So right here with our second round pick, we will be taking a left tackle, Garrison Zachary right here. And B+ pass block, B+ pass block finesse, and B power block, early second rounder, projected mid fifth rounder. And I don't know if he'll start from year one. I mean, I guess we'll have to see. Taylor Lewan hasn't regressed, so that's good. But you know, definitely just for the future, it's gonna happen pretty soon. So we're gonna take him right here. And 70 overall, ranked 35, only at normal development. So one position I did forget to address, and I totally forgot to scout for some reason, which was so dumb, was center. And yeah, this could be like a complete reach right here, like a total reach. But maybe we can get lucky. I don't know why I didn't scout. Let's see. Oh god. 55. All right. Alright, with our 4th round selection, it's also going to be the final one I'm going to be doing. We're going to be taking another right tackle. Just, you know, add some depth. Jalen Graham right here. B impact block, B lead block, and B minus pass block finesse. Pretty, you know, pretty solid player right here. And 65 overall, which is probably about, if I drafted him, I mean, ranked 98, probably about this time, I'd probably get like 65 overall, so it makes sense. And yeah, that was my final pick of the draft. I will catch you guys at the start of the preseason. So it's the start of year number 4 right here, and we did get a little better, except center tried to make some trades, couldn't, so Ben Jones once again will be our starting center. And that's the one position I still have not really done anything with yet. And yeah, so offense looking solid. Our O-line is definitely looking very solid right here. Got some good depth. Defensively, we're also looking very, very solid right here. And of course, we got Jeffrey Simmons right here. And we're probably going to put, I think everything is good as it is right now. Probably get some, you know, rotational stuff in, but yeah, looking very solid here. And yeah, I will catch you guys at the midseason point. So midseason mark right here, sitting at a very comfortable 6-1 right here. Of course, the Texans 5-2, so we are a game up. Colts 4-4 and Jags 3-4. So looks like a fairly competitive division right here. Like, we don't really have like a firm lead yet, but yeah, you know, gotta upgrade everybody. And literally the first thing that I'm gonna be scouting is center. I'm not gonna forget that this time. And I mean, hopefully, you know, obviously we could trade for one at some point, but obviously, I mean, if the center is in the draft or not that good, then yeah, we can trade, but I expect them to be good. That's just, you know, a guess. And looks like we got a big week coming up against the Dallas Cowboys right here. In fact, very quickly, I'll go to the scouting and we'll see what we have for centers. Alright, so we'll probably find somebody decent, probably mid-first rounder. Alright, late 3rd rounder. We usually just scout the first 5. 5th rounder. Alright, early 3rd rounder. Andrew Jones right here, undrafted, and Anthony Estrada's last guy. Undrafted, so it might actually be a little weaker than we may have thought. I'll do one more. Yeah, undrafted, so really nothing that great, but it's okay. I mean, we can make trades at some point. And of course, can't forget, we gotta negotiate our guys too, because that's important. AJ Brown right here, 89 overall, beast. Gotta think about our cap room. He wants more money, putting me in a tough spot here. Jeffrey Simmons, looks like this is a big year for re-signing guys. So Jeffrey Simmons is back. Adam Humphries has been a stud. And, I mean, I know he is over 28 now, age of regression, but Superstar X Factor, of course, he is at now, so it's really not bad. He's probably not going to regress in the next few years. Nate Davis, bring back, and he wants more money. Daquan Jones, I guess for the final season, I mean, we could draft a D-tackle, but yeah, you can usually get him on like a cheap deal, like 1 year, a little under $5 million. And Daquan Jones is back. Ben Jones, yeah, I mean, I might have to bring him back again because it depends on what we find at center for our last year. Rhett Kern, it would be tough just not to re-sign him, especially long-time Titan. And geez, he wants more money as a punter. All right, everybody else can walk and go, you know. We can just go their separate ways. And yeah, we were taking on the undefeated Dallas Cowboys, and this is a home game, so you know, hopefully we can win. Hopefully we can win the division again and potentially get a bye. Yeah, I will catch you guys at the end of the season. So it looks like we do get a first round bye. We finished 13-3, and we don't have a playoff game this week, so yeah, we definitely have a first round bye. Joe Burrow had an insane season, 4,782 passing yards, 41 TDs to 9 picks, so absolutely went off. Rushing, Derrick Henry had an insane year as well, 1,120 rushing yards, 16 TDs. Rashad Penny had 8 TDs, 417 yards, so our running back duo was absolutely insane this year. 24 touchdowns in total, that's nuts. Receiving, Adam Humphries, again, 14 TDs, 1,511 yards, 112 receptions. This dude is putting up like Antonio Brown production in this game, which is so nuts. A.J. Brown, 87 for 1,084, 4 TDs. Jonnu Smith, 13 TDs, 905 receptions. Corey Davis, 47 receptions, 545 yards. Derrick Henry also added 35 receptions. Rashad Penny added 17 as well. Let's see. Defensively. Alright, so 94 tackles for Jayon Brown. He led us in that. 3.5 sacks, 2 picks. Rashaan Evans, 93 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 6 sacks. So good in the sack department right there. 1 pick. Dory Jackson had 3 picks, 83 total tackles. Jabril Peppers, 0 picks, 82 tackles. Levi Wallace, 1 pick, 78 tackles. Malcolm Butler, 62 tackles, 3 picks. Harold Landry had 7 sacks right there, 57 tackles, 8 tackles for loss. Kevin Byard, 2 picks, 55 tackles. Okwara had 6.5 sacks, 2 picks as well. Nick Coe, 5 sacks. Daquan Jones, 3 sacks. Jeffrey Simmons, 4.5 sacks. And yeah, that's probably all I'm going to look at there. And let's see. So first in total offense, that's not a surprise right there. Defensively, how did we do? 9th, so we were just very good across the board for the most part. So there's going to be a lot of awards on here. I'm surprised Adam Humphries didn't win MVP, but it's mostly quarterback. Deshaun Watson won it. Joe Burrow came 2nd in the voting. Yeah, I'm really surprised Adam Humphries is not on here. AFC. Offensive Player of the Year. Adam Humphries got to be on here. Joe Burrow. Okay, so they gave him Offensive Player of the Year and MVP. It's basically the same thing. So Joe Burrow came runner-up to Deshaun Watson in both those things. Let's see. Adam Humphries on here. Nope. And let's see. Defensive Player of the Year. Did we get anybody? Nah. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Did we get anybody? Alright, so Sean Cullington. Looks like another auto-drafted guy got it for us. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Anybody? Nobody there. Best QB. Joe Burrow did win that. I don't really think that's a real... I guess it's a real award, but I've never heard of it. Best running back. Derrick Henry got to be up here. Yep, he came runner-up to Nick Chubb. Rashad Penny on here. No, did not expect him. Best wide receiver. And Adam Humphries won that one without a doubt. I bet A.J. Brown is somewhere on here. And he did not make it again. But 2 Chargers right here at 9 and 10. Keenan Allen, Nelson Aguilar both got it. So, that is awesome. So... yeah, of course we got a sim. Of course, upgrade everybody. I'm very excited to see what our, cumulative team overall is after this game. Looks like, alright, so 87 overall, 88 offense, 87 defense right there. And looks like Harold Landry III got a, let's see, alright, so he's got Superstar X Factor now, which is sick. We probably have the best roster out of any team. Alright, so time for Joe Burrow to get his revenge right here on Deshaun Watson for, winning MVP and Offensive Player of the Year over him. And honestly, we have to win this game. Our team is stacked. Alright, if we lose. And we win, and we are in the AFC Championship game now against my favorite team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. So yeah, I'm going to simulate, that game. I'm going to go into it. And if we win, I'll do the Super Bowl too. So, yeah, I'll catch you. So, the battle of two 2020 draft class QBs and Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow. It's so funny, like, we could have taken Justin Herbert, we could have taken Tua. We took Joe Burrow. He was definitely the best player. So, obviously, in real life, I would want the Steelers to win because I am a huge Steelers fan. But this is a video game, so, of course, I want the Titans to win. So, we already got a big lead right here. Start 21-0. We are running away with this one. And, yep, so the shutout's over. The Steelers finally score, and they are actually back in this game. And we get a touchdown, and that'll probably seal it for us, and we get the W. Looks like it was going to be a blowout, but the Steelers kind of came back. But we're still able to get the win on our home turf. And it looks like Matt Nagy is the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is very interesting. Don't know how much I would like that, but you know what? Levi Wallace right here. 1 pick, 7 tackles. So, solid performance right there. Let's see. Burrow had really not that many passing yards for either. Joe Burrow had 200. Justin Herbert had 179. Only 1 TD for Burrow, 3 for Justin Herbert. Let's see, Derrick Henry, 153, 2 TDs. Connor had 17 for 68. Penny had 5 for 30. And Tony Pollard had 16 for 58. Receiving, A.J. Brown, no TDs, 6 receptions, 64 yards. James Washington had a TD, 5 receptions, 88 yards. Adam Humphries, 4 for 64. And Jonnu Smith had a TD, 3 for 50. Eric Ebron, the guy he was going for agency, tight end, who's a beast, 3 for 26. And Juju had 2 TDs to add, but of course wasn't enough. And we end up getting the W. So, yeah, I'll catch you guys at the Super Bowl. So I'm very interested to see what we're playing. And we are playing the New Orleans Saints, and it looks like, so yeah, we have a better record by a game. They are 12-4. We are 13-3. I doubt Drew Brees is the Saints quarterback anymore. Actually, no, wait, it's Jake Fromm. He won a MVP in his first year. I would have to assume it's still him. This is awesome. I'm super hyped. Hopefully we can, win a Super Bowl. The last few rebuilds I did with the Jets and the Dolphins, we didn't even make the playoffs once. So this is definitely so much better than that. But yeah, we're going to hop into the Super Bowl now. Hopefully we can bring Tennessee their first Super Bowl home. Another battle of 2 2020 NFL Draft QB draftees right here. Of course, Jake Fromm. Went a little later than Joe Burrow. And yeah, let's see if we can finally give Tennessee their first Super Bowl right here. Alright, so, New Orleans scores first, 7-0. And, we get a field goal. New Orleans scores a touchdown, and we are able to get a touchdown. New Orleans strikes back, 21-13. We're staying in this game, and New Orleans is kind of running away with it. We need one stop, and, yep, they run away with the Super Bowl, and that, so close to our first Super Bowl, but New Orleans is able to capture their second, and how disappointing. Very good run for sure. Just getting better and better every year. It's just all about that steady progress. Would have been nice to win the Super Bowl. Kind of sucks seeing the Saints celebrate, of course, us losing. But very good, close game for sure. And looks like Joe Burrow, looks like he will not be getting his first Super Bowl. But definitely one of the better Super Bowls, Alright, so let's see, Jake Fromm. Each had 3 TD passes. Very identical stats for the most part. 279 yards from 254 for Burrow. Rushing Kamara, 23 for 139, 2 TDs. Derrick Henry, 21 for 95, none. Receiving, Michael Thomas, 7 for 73, no TDs. Adam Humphries, 6 for 68, no TDs. Corey Davis had a touchdown, 6 receptions. A.J. Brown, no TDs, 5 for 70. Derrick Henry had 2 receiving touchdowns right there, 5 for 65. Deontay Harris, 4 for 107, and 2 receiving TDs. And Alvin Kamara had 1. So, that's tough, but it just seems like we're getting better and better every year, which is awesome. So, yeah, we're going to head into the final season now. I'll catch you guys at the re-signing point. Alright, so right here, A.J. Brown, of course, we have to re-sign. He wanted a little more money, which I get. He's been very productive for us. 4 years, $53 million. Alright, so we're going to have to franchise tag him. So that is, it's very important, of course. Now that we get Adam Humphries back. What was he? He wanted... Alright, so he wanted more money, about the same thing. He's been even better than A.J. Brown. 3 years, $30 million. Alright, so Adam Humphries, that's a huge, it's huge that we brought him back. Nate Davis right here, I do want back as well. Again, gotta think about our cap room. Hopefully we have enough. Alright, so that's huge if we don't resign Nate Davis. Besides that, alright, we're gonna have to try to get him back in free agency. So I don't really need anybody else, but Nate Davis, yeah, we're gonna have to, want to bring him back. Alright, so we got a little bit of cap room right here. Josh Jacobs, that's interesting. Center Jason Kelsey on a 1-year deal would actually be kind of satisfying. Right guard. Nate Davis. Alright, no bids. 3 years, $26 million. I'm just trying to think about how much that would be. Alright, Alright, so we're going to try to bring Nate Davis back. Of course, Kevin Zeitler. Alright, and also... oh, it's center, too. I mean, I don't think we can get much better than what we're at, really. Jason Kelsey would be interesting on a 1 year. Let's see who else. Alright, so Matt Paradis, no. JC Treader. Really, it's not a ton of young guys. Like, O-linemen are, like, so valuable. That's why you don't see a lot of, you know, like, younger linemen on here. Alright, we're gonna have to give him more money. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, I guess we'll send him next week. We'll see what we can get. Alright, so Nate Davis is back. That's huge for us. Yeah, wasn't a ton of great centers. I want to see. I could make a trade. Honestly, where we are right now, we could trade a first-round pick for a center. We only have 1 more year left of this, and we don't, like, necessarily. We just need, like, I feel like that's the one position that's really, like, huge for us right now. Like, we only have a 57 center. Like, we need one. So, I guess I'll try to make a trade for one, and I will catch you guys once I've made that trade. So right here, I will be taking a D tackle. I know center has been the big thing, but there's a center that we could take in the 2nd round potentially, and I could trade for that pick, but I have, like, high hopes that he's probably gonna, like, be there, at least when I pick next, so we're gonna take a D tackle. I think we need to upgrade there. 70 overall, ranked number 22, and so, I mean, not terrible. Hopefully he can develop a little bit in our last year. I'm probably going to trade up, a few spots. And, yeah, I will catch you guys if I do that. Alright, so we do trade up to the number 42 pick. I know Daquan Jones has been solid for us, but he's 32, I believe, now. So, plus we drafted his replacement. So, yeah, we gave up our 2nd round pick this year and a 2nd next year. So, yeah, now we are picking at the number 42 spot. I will catch you guys at our pick. Right here with our 2nd round pick, we will be taking the center. That is the reason we traded up. Case Gardner right here, B pass block power, B run block, and B run block power. So, all B's across the board. And 67 overall. I probably would have thought it'd been a little higher, but, it is what it is. Yeah, I'll simulate to our next pick. Alright, with our 3rd and also my final pick, because I will be simulating after this pick to the end of the draft, we will be taking a right guard, Riley Otten, right here. B, pass block, B, pass block finesse, and B minus pass block power. And this is probably going to be a reach, but we're going to take it anyways. 63 overall, definitely a reach, ranked number 125. So, not a crazy draft, but yeah, I will catch you guys at the start of the preseason. So right here, the start of preseason of the final season, year number 5 right here. And of course our O-line, I mean, did kind of take a little bit of a hit, especially at center, but we needed to upgrade a little bit. And yeah, so we had a 57. That was not happening. I mean, he won't have a ton of time to really develop, only 67 overall normal development, but hopefully he can hold up. Maybe he can develop. Right here, of course, we got Jeffrey Simmons right here. And we do have Nick Coe right here at right end. I did switch to a 4-3 last season. It seemed like it worked. I don't know, like, our defense just played a lot better. We were ranked number 9. Maybe that's something to do with it. I don't know. Robert Landers right here, defensive tackle, 70 overall. And, of course, D tackle, we got Pearson Rutland. Looking at just what I see right here, I'll just see what happens if we switch it back to a 3-4. Let's see. It'll probably be a little better. So, alright. So, I mean, that's a little better. I didn't want to, like, very, like, below average with, like, D linemen. So, I think that's actually fine how it is for now. But yeah, not going to do anything. I think we're set for the year. And hopefully we can make another playoff run. I'll catch you guys at the end of the... Or no, I catch you guys at the mid-season point. Right here at the mid-season point right here. We are currently third in the division. And it is kind of weird. So the Texans are firmly in first place right now at 6-1. And it's actually interesting, but no. We're 5-3. The Jaguars are 4-2-1. I think... Wait. I think it's the one. It might be the one tie that counts as like a win and a loss for the Jags. I could be wrong. That might be what 2 ties is. It's a little confusing, but we are 3rd in the division right now. And yeah, gonna upgrade our guys. I'm just very interested to see where our center is at. Case Gardner. Looks like he's probably gonna get up to a 69 overall. We're at 85 right now, 88 offense, 83 defense right here. And I don't need to scout or anything like that because, you know, last season, Joe Burrow, I'm guessing he got up to Superstar X Factor. Yep, fearless ability right there, 95 overall. Absolute beast. Honestly, it would be so weird. I want to see where the standings, like where we are right now, because I feel like we have to be in like the playoff race. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, if I'm correct, that was 6. Yeah, that was so. We'd have the last wild card right now, but really not gonna do anything with this. Gonna sim to the end of the regular season. Hopefully, we make the playoffs. It'd be such a letdown if we did in our final year. So after being 3rd place in our division, we end up winning the division by a game over the Texans at 11-5, and it looks like we have a 1st round bye right here, which is awesome. All right, so Case Gardner. Again, probably the most interested I am in terms of like upgrading guys. He looks like he's probably going to be at like a 72 right now, if I had to guess. Let me see. 72, yup. So all across the board, everything's looking good. And yeah, I mean, just a lot of, across the board, everything is looking pretty solid right here. I'm going to move that up there, 75 overall. And yeah, our defense is just a ton of ballers for the most part. Stats, of course, we gotta check the stats. Let's see. Joe Burrow, another very good year for us. 4,062 passing yards, 38 TDs, 11 picks. Derrick Henry just keeps getting better and better every year. 1,224 rushing yards, 9 TDs. Rashad Penny, 4 TDs, 32 yards. I will say it was a good year for Derrick Henry and Penny, but at least for Penny, I mean, he didn't get a ton of carries, but he made the most of them, I would say. And it definitely wasn't as insane as last year with what was it? I think it was 24 TDs combined. Like, that was nuts. But receiving right here, Adam Humphries, another big year, 88 for 1,067, 11 TDs. AJ Brown, 80 for 1,035. So pretty similar in stats, 7 TDs. Jonnu Smith, 77 for 807. I swear, he had that same amount of receptions and receiving yards. Another year, like literally the same amount, 10 TDs. Another great year for him. Corey Davis, 53 for 518 and a TD. So, very solid, very solid. Defensively, 114 tackles for Jayon Brown. He just consistently leads us in tackles every year. 2 picks, 6.5 sacks. Levi Wallace, 90 total tackles. Jabril Peppers, 89 tackles, 2 interceptions. DeRay Jackson, 3 picks, 82 total tackles. Rashaan Evans, 6.5 sacks, 79 total tackles. 7 tackles for loss and a pick included. Josiah Scott right here, 73 tackles, 1 pick. Kevin Byard, 1.5 sacks, 1 pick, 72 total tackles. 9.5 sacks for Julian Okwara, who has just gotten better every year. 10 sacks for Nick Coe right here, so definitely improved a lot. Jeffrey Simmons, 5.5 sacks. Harold Landry III, 2 sacks. So definitely down here for Harold Landry III, but all in all, pretty good. 9th in total offense, and defensively we were pretty good. I want to see where we are. 11th, so not bad. And awards. Let's see, did we win anything? MVP? No, but Joe Burrow came in 4th, which is sick. AFC Offensive Player of the Year. Joe Burrow came in 5th. Defensive Player of the Year. Jayon Brown came 6th. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Any Titans? Nope. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Pearson Rutland, another auto-drafted guy, came 10th in that department. Best QB, Burrow came 2nd. Behind the Steelers, Justin Herbert. Best running back, Derrick Henry, came in 5th. Best receiver, Adam Humphries, came in 2nd to behind Deontay Johnson, who came in 1st. And honestly, Deontay Johnson, all right, we'll talk about the Steelers. Deontay Johnson is a beast, all right. top 5 rookie receiver. Of course, we're a ton of beasts, but Deontay Johnson. Imagine him with Big Ben next year. I'm just saying, it's gonna be deadly. And yeah, Deontay Johnson's been training with AB, so hopefully, I feel like he is the next AB, to be honest. I guess we'll have to wait and see. No other Titans here. So, all in all, very good. We got another first round bye. So, let's see where we're going to play. I'm going to guess it's the Steelers, maybe. Nope, we're taking on the Chiefs, home game. And, yeah, we got to get this W. I'm feeling a W right here. We need to go out in a Super Bowl, to be honest. Let's see. We get this win at home. And we do. We just squeeze out a win. 24-21 against the Chiefs. And we got to upgrade everybody, of course, before this. And we got a chance to go to the Super Bowl once again. We're taking on the Cleveland Browns, who are just like gods for some reason in simulation. They're at 13-3, so we're headed up to Cleveland, the Dog Pound, for the AFC Championship game. And yeah, I will be in-game simulating that. Catch you guys in there. Burrow versus Baker right here. Let's see. Just gonna simulate to the end of the game. Let's see. Looks like the Browns Stadium looks so different. I guess it's new. 7-3 right now. 14-3, we are down, and we need to do something fast. This Browns Stadium is so odd. I know it's new, but it's so odd. 21-10, 21-18. We're still in this game, and yep, the Browns are gonna wrap it up. 30-25 is the final score. We just needed one stop, and we couldn't get it. I was so distracted by this new Browns Stadium. It looks so odd. All right, Burrow had 284 passing yards, 2 TDs. Baker 249, 2 TDs. And that sucks. Would have loved to have won a Super Bowl, but we came like so close a bunch of times. Meaning like once. And the one time we made it to the Super Bowl. Derrick Henry had a really odd game. 8 for 22. Why did we not give him the ball more? That's so weird. Receiving, OBJ kind of torched us. 9 for 104 and a TD. Jonnu Smith 7 for 62. AJ Brown 5 for 75 and a TD. Jarvis Landry 4 for 51 and a TD. Adam Humphries 3 for 46 and a TD. And not really much else there to speak of. Kind of disappointing, but you know, I thought we brought this team to like a really very much a juggernaut. You know, making playoff runs basically every year. So yeah, I guess after I've brought these guys, probably just gonna end this video. Not really much left to say. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next rebuild. Either it would be a Jaguars or a Texans rebuild. It will depend, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spin a wheel. That's how I did. So I already did the Colts, and so I got an app on my phone where it just, you know, to pick what team I do, and land on the Titans today. So now it's just gonna be between the Jaguars and the Texans, and I'll let that wheel decide. Final overall for the team is 86. I believe we started at like a 77, so definitely, you know, moved up in the world. But yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next rebuild.